Hi, you've reached Prophetess Chastity Daniel with my Prophetess Thought of the Day. Who are you with? Who are you with? Are you with people, around people, connected to people who have low faith or no faith? Um, you're not going to be able to do that. I just don't see how that's going to happen. Well, you say God told you such and such, but I've never known God to do. Well, I've never, God wouldn't say that, or, well, I know, they used to do it in the Bible days, or Jesus used to do it, but I don't believe he uses people to do that. And how are you going to get the money to do that? And you don't have the credit for that. And I don't know. You just don't have the connections for that. And I know they did it, but they had this, and this, and no one knows you. You're not famous. Like, how's that going to happen? How are you going to connect to him? And those kind of people. Are you around those kind of people? Who are you with? Or are you around people who believes that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me? Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. If God said it, surely he will perform everything he's spoken over me. If God gave it to you, surely you can do it. What do you need me to do? Matter of fact, I pray. Let's pray together, because your faith is a little low right now. You're walking in a little bit of unbelief. Let's pray about this. Or here, let me show you in this word where Jesus did this right here, and God still does this right here. Here, let me take you over to the New Testament. Let me take you to what we are under. Let me show you the grace of God. Let shot Bahaya, because we overcome by the word of the Lamb, but by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. Let me tell you what God did for me. Let me tell you how I didn't have the credit for that house. Let me tell you how I've been in that car for umpteen months and haven't paid a payment. Let me tell you how I wasn't supposed to have this, and God just sent someone with the keys to just hand me the keys to the building. Let me tell you, Shada Bahaya. Those are the kind of people, faith-filled people, are the kind of people you need to have around you. Who are you with? And I don't care if it's your family members, because even though they go to church every Sunday, even though some of them say I'm not going to say they say, because some of them are pastors or prophets or whatever, you got people that deal in legalism. They're in religion. They're in men's traditions. They're in their denomination and the rules and regulations over their denomination. They're not in God. They're not in the higher things of God. They don't walk in the spirit. They don't know or believe or have not even experienced those things in their lives. So when you come to those types of people, they're going to speak down on your faith. They're not going to understand. And they're going to speak fear into you and not faith, words of fear. Because who are you with? You have to be careful who you with, because you got people who will speak. You are already in fear. You already feel a little bit of anxiety. Many of us are walking, I say us, are walking in the never been done before. So there is an anxiety. And you may have your days. When you have your days, you need somebody that can pick you up and say, no, walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by sight. We are faith people. Get back up again. Let's do this. If God said it, surely he will bring it to pass. He who has begun a good work in you, he'll perform it. He'll finish it until the coming of Jesus Christ. We need those types. Even if you just got one. But you don't need fear around you and people speaking doubt and negativity. Even in Jesus's time that he actually walked the earth, because it's still Jesus's time, but I'm talking about when he walked the earth as a man, you'll find many passages, many scriptures in the Bible. Jesus had many disciples besides the 12. We talk a lot about the 12, but even out of the 12, do you notice those of you who spend time in the word, who've studied this word, do you notice that there's many situations where Jesus performed miracles and he only took Peter, James, and John with him? And I've gotten revelation about why that was. Why do you think he only took Peter, James, and John out of all those disciples? You need faith-filled people around you. Jesus even needed people who were going to stand in agreement with him. How can two walk together unless they agree? You're in faith, trying to be in faith, struggling with faith, and here's this person in fear. No, no. An, a double minded man is unstable in all of his ways. You can't be double minded. You got to stay in faith. You need people to help you. And so Jesus took Peter, James, and John in many instances. And we see in Mark 5. Let's go to verse 22. And behold, there comes one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name, if I'm saying that correctly. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet and besought him greatly, saying, My little daughter lies at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay hands on her, that she may be healed and she may live. Now, this is a ruler of the synagogue. This guy was in religion. He was taught the traditions, the rules, the regulations, the legalism. He was a Jew from the synagogue. Yet he had heard some kind of way, he knew about the miracles that Jesus was performing. And he said, I'll try it. I believe it. I want my daughter to live. So he himself humbled himself and came to Jesus. And Jesus, skipping over, that's verse 22, 23. So he's skipping over. Verse 35, it says, While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house certain which said, Thy daughter is dead. Because that back here in 22 and 23, she was alive. She was just sick. She was at the point of death. Can you come so she can be healed? When we go to 35, there's people that are coming to tell Jesus, the synagogue man, his daughter's dead. Why? And so, and not only that, they're asking the ruler of the synagogue, your daughter is dead. Why trouble the master any further? This is how out of faith they were. They didn't believe in any, she's dead. Why are you bothering Jesus? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe. And I'm telling you guys today, be not afraid, only believe. Whatever your situation, your circumstance, whatever God gave you to do, be not afraid, only believe. Go forth, go forward. And get those fear-filled people out from around you, even if it's negative speaking people that are speaking out of faith, even if it's family members. Excuse yourself, remove yourself, hang the phone up, hang the phone up, don't pick the phone up if they're calling. Until you prayerfully get the right people around you or connect to the faith-filled people. And he suffered no man. Now here's the part I was telling you guys about. Jesus suffered no man to follow him. Because as soon as he heard that the daughter was dead, Jesus said, This is a case for me. Let's go. How many of you know that God specializes in dead things? There are other passages where in John 11, Jesus waited until Lazarus died. God specializes in what seems dead to you. What's dead. So he suffered no man to follow him again, but Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. And he comes to the house of the ruler of the synagogue. Let's skip down. There's great tumult, weeping, wailing. 39, and when he was come in, he said unto them, Why make this ado? Why make ye this ado and weep? The damsel is not dead, but sleeps. And they laughed him to scorn. But when he had put them all out, see, sometimes you got to put out everybody. He had Peter, James, and John with him. All the people speaking in fear, he put them all out. All of them speaking out of negativity, he put them all out. All of them that had never seen a miracle, didn't believe in miracles, didn't believe people can do miracles, didn't believe God still does miracles, etc., etc., he put them out. He kept Peter, James, and John, and he took the father and the mother of the damsel, and them that were with him, and entered in where the damsel was lying. He didn't take many people. You don't need everybody with you. That's the problem. Many of you are trying to take everybody. Everybody I used to know. everybody from childhood, everybody in my church choir, everybody in the usher, etc. Everybody can't go just because they have a uniform on, a collar, a white collar, and say I'm a pastor can't go with you. That's for somebody. Everybody, because they say they're a prophet, it's apostle, bishop, etc. They ain't at that level. They can't go with you. And he went in where the girl was lying, the damsel was lying. He took the damsel by the hand and said unto her, Talitha cumi, which is being interpreted, damsel, I say unto thee, arise. And God is saying, Talitha cumi to many of you, damsel, man of God, it's time to arise and finish what you started. Complete that task that I gave you. Stop doubting yourself. Stop being double-minded. Stop worrying. Stop being in fear. Stop worrying what people think. Cut these people off who are around you, or that person, or if it's your wife or your husband, close your ear to that negativity that they are speaking and walk by faith and not by sight. Talitha cumi, arise. And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years old. And they were astonished with a great astonishment. And he charged them, we'll stop there. And so that's how that goes. That's how that goes. Who are you with?